Hey guys, and welcome back to the Teacher Click. I'm Heather Newmeyer, and today we're going to talk about teachers being under the microscope, or if we feel like we're under the microscope all the time. We feel like we're being watched, criticized, what we do, how we teach, our life, just because we're teachers. Now, a lot of people have a stigma in their mind that teachers should be like back in the Little House on the Prairie days, to where it's a little school mom and she's just teaching these kids, and she has on her long flowy dress that comes to the floor, doesn't show her ankles, comes up to her neck, that she walks to and from school every day. That's her life. Well, that's not right. That's not today. Today, teachers have lives. Teachers need lives for their sanity. So teachers need to let go of that being watched all the time mentality. Now, we are, especially with social media, openly criticized a lot. Teaching is looked down upon in some areas just for the fact that some people don't like how teaching's going or don't like a teacher in their area. So we need to get away from that. We shouldn't have to feel like we're living under a microscope. Now, teachers in some areas feel like they're living under a microscope, like for observations and things. But that's the purpose of observations. You need to be held accountable for how you teach. So you need to have your principal, your superintendent, to come in and check on you, make sure you're doing good, make sure you're doing your basic stuff, and going a little bit and above. So being observed on a basic level, just a routine observation, is not being under a microscope. Now, if it gets to where you're having someone in your room all the time, yes, you feel like it. And you just go, oh, they're coming again. But actually, it's good for you to have free feedback on that, to know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Now, if it comes to the point where some school districts, you may not agree with your principal a lot, or your superintendent, or your school board, and so maybe it's harder on you than others, that may not be the district for you. Maybe you need to move districts. You got to think about it like that. Where are your teaching, where would it be best? Where can you help kids the best? And if you're feeling stressed out all the time because you think you have somebody watching you all the time in that school, that classroom, that's not right. So you don't want to be there. So just keep that in mind. But general observations, that's not being under a microscope. That's called being accountable. And we need to learn that. Now, sometimes parents disagree with our way of teaching, or they don't think our teaching, the way we teach, reaches their child. Well, a lot of times we have 30 kids in a classroom. Well, of your 30 kids, you're not going to teach them all the same way. They're all going to learn differently. They're all going to have different things that they pick up on easier. We need to vary our teaching to where we try to cover as many avenues as we can for those 30 kids in that amount of time, or that 50 minutes or that hour that we have these 30 kids. But if we tried to teach to one kid out of the 30 and we're leaving behind the other 29, that's not good either. So we have to find a balance. So we have to try to vary our teaching, get to know your kids. This is the part where getting to know your kids and having good rapport with them, to where you know how they learn better and how you can get across your ideas to them and they can express their ideas to you. All in all, we need to remember to live our life. We're teachers, but we're also human, and we're people. We're regular people outside of the school walls. So we need to try to live our life the way we want to live. 2 rules. Don't get arrested, and don't wind up on the news. Everything else should be okay, right? Just live your best life. Try not to feel stressed about being under a microscope. Be a good person. I hope you guys liked today's content. Like, subscribe, share in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.